So one of our viewers actually sent this in and asked for our opinion. Sorry, it's just loading.
Sabi's phone loads in her gallery. Do you know how crazy that is? Update your shit.
Don't fucking stare at me like you're going to murder or me.
I can absolutely guarantee that every single man has made a woman feel like that without even realising that they've done it. And so this is a video for the men. Please be a little bit more self-aware about how your presence makes women around you feel, because we're scared of you. We are scared of you, and we have a right to be scared of you because you are the biggest threat to our physical and mental health. So please don't stare at us. Don't cross the road if you see us coming. Don't walk closely behind us. Don't come and talk to us if we are on our own. I can guarantee that if you are doing that, the woman you're doing it to is wondering if you are going to be the man to kill her. Because every woman has been caught in a situation like that where they've wondered if this man is going to be the one. Is this man going to be the one who kills me? And this is something that I talk to the men in my life about frequently. Women have a right to be afraid of you, and they are afraid of you. And the only way that you can stop that even a little bit is to modify your behaviour slightly so that you are a little bit less threatening.
I ain't mad at that. I've seen the look of some girls at nighttime when I'm walking near them. I understand why they're fearful, because if I was an arsehole, I could grab them and do whatever I wanted. So I completely understand why they're scared. At the same time, like I've seen some incidents where like there are people walking minding their own business and you've jumped to conclusions. I understand you're scared and you start screaming, and this innocent man, now everyone's looking at him like, and he's like, what the fuck's going on? I think that it's okay to tell guys, you know, obviously be mindful of the fact that you are bigger and more intimidating. And even if you're not bigger physically, you're probably stronger, just to not make women feel uncomfortable. And I don't like guys that walk up to girls that are on their own, a group of guys, and they start, hey, can I get your number? That I find that shit's weird to me. It's corny. Yeah, I'm not mad at what she said. I completely get it.
Yeah, I think men need to realize that it is, as a woman by yourself. Was that you?
Yeah, who else would it be?
No, I didn't know if it was like one of the machines or something. As a woman by yourself, it is scary, whether it's a single guy or a group of guys. However, any guy approaching you, even whether it's daylight or not daylight, it is a scary thing because you don't know what their intention is, what's going to happen. It's not like about walking around in fear all the time, but a lot of people in life think that something can't happen to them. You know what I mean? So for example, you see situations where people are walking on their phone and then someone will come and just snatch it and rob their phone. But everyone walks around on the street on their phone thinking it's not going to happen to me. No one's going to do that. But what about the people who it's happened to? They probably thought it couldn't happen to them. So you can't be naive in this world to think that's not going to happen to me. You do have to be cautious. So it is scary. You know, I've personally had a lot of scary encounters when I've been alone, and I just think guys should be a bit conscious and cautious of that. I just think when you see a girl by herself who looks vulnerable, there's no need to approach her. Like, there's plenty of places to meet women. You don't need to go up to the one on the street who is probably going to be scared of you.
Yeah, I understand it because like I've got female cousins and I've got a lot of female friends, and even with my ex-girlfriends, I'd have that fear of them walking on their own. And the reason I'm fearful is because of other men. So before any men in the comment section are like, oh, Mike is simping, blah, 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 just think about your wife or your daughter or your mum and think about the fear that you might feel if she's walking home at nighttime. You're not feeling that fear because of other women. One
of my friends was walking to her car by herself. These were the times where it would like start getting dark early. So it wasn't even late. It was maybe like 5 p.m., but it was dark outside. And she walked to her car and she got in. And as she shut her door, some guy tried opening the other door of her car. But it's like, because her car is like, it only unlocks from one side, he wasn't able to get in. But just imagine how she felt at that moment in time. Like, what was that man trying to do, trying to get into her car? What could have happened? Like, it's scary out there. Yeah, it's very, very scary.
the way I look at it is like I was at Wireless Festival the other day, and even when I was walking home alone, when I was walking back to my car alone in the dark, I was looking around. I wasn't looking around because of women. I was looking around because of other guys. And if I was walking down the road and another guy was staring me out, I would feel a bit threatened as well. I'd be like, okay, this guy probably wants to do something. Now, the difference there is that I'm physically capable, and a lot of girls ain't, especially against men. And I'm only physically capable to a certain extent. If a 6'10" guy starts staring me down and he weighs 300 pounds,
and he has a weapon.
Yeah, he's got a weapon. All he's got to do is wrap his arms around me. I won't be able to break free. There's too much body weight there. So imagine that for women, where even if they're taller than us, most of them are not as physically capable as us. So we can have our way of them. So I'm not mad at what she said. Like I always tell the girls in my life to be careful when they're walking around. I'm never telling them that because of other women. The other women don't even cross my mind. I've never felt threatened walking around an area where there's like multiple women. That's not to say girls can't do crazy shit, because they can. They can, but physically speaking, men are way more intimidating. They're more intimidating for women, and they're more intimidating for men. My eyes are always peeled for other men. If someone's walking, now I'm not worried about getting raped, but I am worried about getting stabbed, getting shot, getting jumped. So all the things that she said, I can apply them to myself, minus the graping. And then, maybe you might even have some crazy gay dude who might try some shit as well. So the threat is almost exclusively coming from men.
You know, in the location that we live, it's like, for me, because I don't like going out anyway, I'm not an outside person, but when I do go out, it's like I'm always conscious of what I'm wearing when I go out, for two reasons. One, because of certain outfits, the attention that it might attract is quite scary. Number two, of what could happen if you're like wearing certain clothes. Three, escaping. Like the other day I was going out and I was wearing heels, and my mum was like, just wear flat shoes. I was like, nah, I can run in these heels, don't worry. But still, do you know what I'm saying? Having to even consider my footwear. And then three, you can't have nice things in these areas. Do you know what I'm saying? I want to go out like with a certain handbag or a certain piece of jewelry, and you're nervous that somebody's going to actually try and rob you. And it's like, you can't actually just be free to just go out and be comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's to like all men. It could be to men and women. Do you know what I mean? But just where we're based anyway, it's just not safe out there in any way. So
yeah, but I don't want guys to think that, oh, they're singling us out. Let's be honest. Like, the biggest problem for men is other men, right, on the streets. Typically, when men are victims of violence, it's because of other men. So I think all the things that she said also apply to men. If I was walking through a park, all the things that she said are also things that I'm looking out for. If there's a pack of guys across the road, even if there's one guy and he's staring at me, I'm going to feel a certain type of way about it. So it's definitely not saying all men behave like this, because I've been in situations where I am walking behind a woman because we're going in the same direction, but I don't know who she is. But I know that because of the time of day, maybe because of the way I look, she's going to feel a certain type of way about it. And I know to slow down. I'll slow down, or I try not to do this. Front. Yeah, I try to not do that, because if you speed up to walk in front, they might. It
is scary. There's so many times where there's people walking behind me, and I'm just there like, oh no, nothing's gonna happen. But at the same time, like I'm saying, I can't be naive like that, because anyone could just grab me and do anything.
Yeah. And
it is intimidating when you have a man walking behind you.
It's intimidating when I have a man walking behind me. He could put a paper bag over my head and that's it. It's so, yeah, no, she's right. Men should be more aware of their surroundings, and they should be more conscious of the fact of how they make other people feel. And that's not to say that all men are bad. I'm putting myself in this boat as well. I would never put my hands on a random woman on the street for no reason. But I understand that if I'm out, it's late, we're at a bus stop, don't talk to the girl that's sitting there on her own. She's probably shitting herself with me just being there. If I'm in the gym on my own with another girl, just leave her to do a workout. Don't bother her, because even if your intentions are good, she's probably thinking, I'm in a gym alone with this guy. Just because of all the horror stories we hear. I mean, we heard about the girl that was working out in the gym, and some guy followed her up to the gym and followed her out, and she was never seen again. Ended up killing her. And if I'm walking home and there's a girl in front of me, I'll probably slow down. If I'm doing anything that would make me feel uncomfortable. Because if I was in the gym alone with a stranger as well, I would be paying attention to what's going on. I mean, the gym is a very easy place to kill someone. All we got to do is pick up a 20 kg and drop it on their head when they're not suspected, and that's it. So I'm also looking around as well. I'm a very observant person too, and because of the area that me and Sabi live in, you are forced to be. You are literally forced to be. So much so that I feel a kind of way about putting my PlayStation headset on to enjoy a game because I can't hear what's going on downstairs. That's how dangerous it is around here. Now, before we start your video, I have what have you done? You zoomed us right in.
I didn't touch anything.
You need to zoom us out.
I don't know how to zoom.
The button's on top. Do you see what I mean? Yeah, press that button. No, as in, can you see it on top? No, don't press it in. Yeah, it slides. No, you're zooming into my face again. There we go.
I didn't even touch up there.
Of course you did.
That can't have been my fault.
It was a ghost. Right.
I feel sick. I can't even lie. I actually feel sick.
I need to have a little bit of a rant. I'm a bit pissed off. I didn't want to rant on the last video, so I'm going to rant now. I can't fucking stand people that go to the cinema and talk like they're outside. I cannot stand them. Do you know when we talk about icks? I don't like using that word. That's my ick. I discovered it and it only came to realization.
I wouldn't say it's an ick, more of a pet peeve.
Isn't that what icks are?
No.
What icks?
Like a pet peeve could be someone chewing really loudly. Someone chewing really loudly is not necessarily an ick. An ick is more so somebody does something and it just puts you off them completely. Then anything that they do is just irritating and disgusting moving forward. I think people have sort of like not used the term ick correctly. They're just using it as, oh, that's ick if someone does that. No, it's ick is when someone gives you the ick and then that's it. You can't see past it.
If I date you and I take you to the cinema and you talk during the film, I don't care how good of a person you are. I don't care if you're as close to a 10 as possible. I will not call you back. I cannot fucking stand people that pay for tickets to go watch films and then sit there talking like they're at home, busting jokes, laughing loud. Nobody wants to hear you talking. Nobody wants to hear you. The level of how inconsiderate you have to be sitting next to people in a packed cinema and you're there laughing away with your friends, talking loudly. I went to watch Mission Impossible the other day, and it had to be me that had the fucking retard sitting next to him. As soon as the film started, he started laughing, cackling. What? There was nothing funny going on.
Yeah, but I do find it funny when you go and watch like horror movies and stuff, and then everyone is like doing their commentating and sound effects and stuff.
No, shut the fuck up.
No, that's so funny.
I paid to watch a film. I didn't pay to listen to you. If someone bottles you in the cinema because you've been talking shit, that's on you. I turned to this guy and I said, I turned to my mum because I took her to watch Mission Impossible. And I turned to him, I was like, this guy got mental health issues. What the fuck what are you doing? I'm sitting right here. You know that I paid to watch the film.
Okay, but he's paid as well, so let him enjoy it how he wants to enjoy it.
Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to listen. I don't want to hear your stupid voice. The two guys that were sitting next to me, I wanted to wring their necks so badly.
What if they're midnight rubbish watchers and they're going to unsubscribe now?
Unsubscribe. Never subscribe to us again. I can't fucking stand people like
that.
you.
I do not agree with anything Michael's saying.
Do you do that when you go to the cinema? Do you talk really loud?
Nah. Because I get nervous that someone like you is going to say something to me and then ruin my whole experience.
I turned around to him. I was like, hello? I'm sitting right fucking here, buddy. I'm trying to listen to Tom Cruise. I ain't trying to hear your stupid voice. We've got mutual friends that do it. Does it all the fucking time. Can't fucking stand it. He starts talking loud in the cinema and he's got a loud laugh. Starts laughing loud. I'm like, bro, shut up. It's embarrassing. I hate it.
You're sensitive and dramatic.
No, I'm trying to listen.
I'm
trying to listen to the film and you're talking like we're at home. Do you know another thing that I hate? People that you go to the cinema with and you're watching the same film. Neither of you have seen it and they're turning to you going,
why are they in there?
Yeah. Yes. My dad does it. I'm like, Dad, please, you're ruining our relationship. Just watch the film. I'm seeing.
Why is she walking that way?
Why is he doing that? Who killed who? I'm like,
who's she married to?
We're watching the same film. If for whatever reason you sitting behind the camera end up in the cinema with me, please shut your mouth. Don't talk to me in the cinema. Eat your food and shut up. And don't crunch loud around me either.
Oh,
Can't
Michael, drop me out.
I will drop you out. If you do that shit near me, you get dropped out on your head. I can't stand it. I cannot stand people that make noise in the cinema. They make me sick. You get these stupid hood rats go in there. They must be trying to impress someone. Probably seen some girl they're trying to impress. And they're talking like they're on the streets. Laughing their heads off. The fuck are you laughing at? We're not even watching a comedy.
Michael, it's
I
going to
was
be all right.
really- no,
It's going to be all right.
No, because Mission Impossible is my favorite
Go back
series.
and watch it again.
I'm going to.
Okay.
But that was my
Problem
first
solved.
experience. And this, do you know what this retard starts doing? Whilst the adverts one, it was already winding me up. It's going like this on the seats. I said, why? Why God? Why me? I've been waiting for this film since Top Gun. I've been waiting for Mission Impossible. Why are you trolling me? Why did I get the fucking retard? Why did I get them? You could have put them anywhere in the cinema. You know, I went to watch one of the Insidious films and I was more scared of the donut sitting next to me than the actual film. This guy's there whispering in my ear. A stranger whispering to me. I'm thinking to myself, bro, did you escape from an asylum? And now I'm scared of the film and of you. I can't enjoy it properly. Just, I'm done. Blood pressure's going up.
You done?
Yeah, I was fucking pissed, man. All right, let's
Do you
do your
need
video.
a second to just woosah?
I swear to God, what? That's what.
Oh my God, I thought you was done.
That's why I'm gonna get put in prison. Someone talking shit in the cinema. That's what I'm gonna end up getting done for. Bludgeoning somebody in the cinema. Oh, I'm done now.
You owe me £45 for that therapy session.